Texas Tech Red Raiders. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another unit from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. He'll call for the fair catch here. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will get the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, you'll keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Looking for a gap. It's Cook. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Cook. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Got it set up on the outside. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route. Showed really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
After the misfire, now on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Richardson.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And the Horned Frogs get enough for the first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off
to. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Dialing up a second down pass play. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, TCU!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field first drive of the game. Methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time today. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true centered fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
Back to throw, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, hard front. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent.
Nothing but green ahead. Running inside the 20. Slippery slide. Find it. And now this offense will take the field again. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it inside the 30. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Hold it, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Off the play fake. He rifles one deep down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it first and 10 inside the 30. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged out, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for a man. It's Morton. Fires to the tight end. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's loose. Touchdown, Red Raiders! TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they trying to get behind the defense. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge game. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he got loose, it was all over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Virginia. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Morton. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll throw it on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Snags it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability to track it?
Didn't take them long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. The quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. The Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback keeper. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown! First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. After the first down completion, it's second and short. Looking downfield, it's Morton. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on third down. The Red Raiders will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will audible. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires toward the target. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Using his feet. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about?
And the pass hits, picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Well, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking down the middle. He's open on the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on first and goal. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
The give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Dropping back, it's Morton. Complete to the left. The expressway is wide open. And he'll take it to the house. On first down, here comes this offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. He caught it. And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the... to get in the end zone, but now you got 1st and goal set up in a great position to succeed.
The Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the offense. They want to run this quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, they went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. He couldn't go outside, and there were just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose a yard.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the pummeling has started.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brooks. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Quick release by the QB. Jumped on top of the pile.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Offenses ice football games in the 4th quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to bleed the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And the punishment has been extended. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Looking to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The give on the inside. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
The receiver on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and the number one thing you want to do with the jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Fast motion from the offense. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Gets it out fast. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. When we got the lead, this offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And he'll be smacked to the ground. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. They'll go with a direct snap. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this with Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking for a man. It's Morton. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Trying to find his man on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.